Tom glimpsed a dark silhouette against the distant glare of the furnaces. The girl was at the far end of the catwalk, climbing nimbly up a ladder onto a higher level. He ran after her and snatched at her ankle as she reached the top. He missed by a few inches, and at the same moment a dart hissed past him, striking sparks from the rungs. He looked back. 2 more policemen were thrusting through the crowd with crossbows raised. Beyond them he could see Catherine and her father watching him. "Don't shoot," he shouted, "I can catch her." He flung himself at the ladder and scrambled eagerly upwards, determined to be the one to capture the would-be assassin. He could feel his heart pounding with excitement. After all those dull years spent dreaming of adventures, suddenly he was having one. He had saved Mr. Valentine's life. He was a hero. The girl was already heading along the maze of high-level catwalks which led towards the furnace district. Hoping that Catherine could still see him, Tom set off in pursuit. The catwalk forked and narrowed, the handrails only a yard apart. Below him, the work of the digestion yards went on regardless. No one down there had noticed the drama being played out above their heads. He plunged through deep shadows and warm, blinding clouds of steam, with the girl always a few feet ahead. A low duct caught her headscarf and ripped it off. Her long hair was coppery in the dim glow of the furnaces, but Tom still couldn't see her face. He wondered if she was pretty, a beautiful assassin from the Anti-Traction League. He ducked past the dangling headscarf and ran on, gasping for breath, fumbling his collar open, down a giddy spiral of iron stairs and out onto the floor of the digestion yards, flashing through the shadows of conveyor belts and huge spherical gas tanks. A gang of convict labourers looked up in amazement as the girl raced by. "Stop her!" yelled Tom. They just stood gawping as he passed. But when he looked back, he saw that one of the apprentice engineers who had been supervising them had broken off his work to join the chase. Tom immediately regretted shouting out. He wasn't going to give up his victory to some stupid engineer. He put on an extra spurt of speed so that he should be the one who caught her. Ahead, the way was barred by a circular hole in the deck plate, ringed by rusty handrails, a waste chute, scorched and blackened where clinker from the furnaces had been tipped down. The girl broke her pace for a moment, wondering which way to turn. When she went on, Tom had narrowed her lead. His outstretched fingers grabbed her pack. The strap broke, and she stopped and spun to face him, lit by the red glare from the smelters. She was no older than Tom, and she was hideous. A terrible scar ran down her face from forehead to jaw, making it look like a portrait that had been furiously crossed out. Her mouth was wrenched sideways in a permanent sneer. Her nose was a smashed stump, and her single eye stared at him out of the wreckage, as grey and chill as a winter sea. "Why didn't you let me kill him?" she hissed.